Everybody, I hope I made some ugly faces to do that, because that just kind of came out of the middle of nowhere, and you know, sometimes you got to give your right hand some gas. Inspired by today, the nice kind of a thrash metal vibe today, but we're gonna make sure that we you know, we breathe while we play, so we stay nice and relaxed, and we kick our right hand into high gear. So check it out. Hey everybody, click on that link that you see below. It's down there in the YouTube text box. What do you get if you click the link? Well, you get a free video that is not available on YouTube, and you get a coinciding ebook. Ebook's pretty awesome. Comes with all kinds of chords and scales and diagrams and all those things that you need in your everyday life. So just click on the link that you see down there below. We've got a nice distorted tone today, and we're going to accent something really cool off the low E string. Now the technique behind that is I'm focusing on the low string, you know, and it's very palm muted, so that way it stays nice and tight, and then I'm going to accent the full chord when it comes around, and it makes it a little bit heavier when you do that. Now the timing of this, basically I'm thinking, you know, and kind of that accent with that right hand would be what my downstroke would be. That always helps me to think of tapping on my leg or any sense of rhythm in that respect. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, this has got to be fast. Ooh, not faster than that, apparently. And you talk into it at the same time. That's what's up, right? Can you imagine if you had to sing it? But we're working towards something here. So now, this is a really cool way to form some basic power chords. My root note is on the 5th string, but you drop that on there, a little bit bigger, and we're going to throw that in with our rhythm. You hear the difference there when it's, you know, not palm muted and palm muted. And you can even slide it. And that keeps it really, really heavy when you do that. And let's think about how we could take that into something that sounds a little bit more like this. So I'm doing all of that now on a higher octave, and we're going to continue on and build a riff here. So I'm just going to turn so you can see my body. I'm executing everything exactly the same, but hardest part is I'm only focusing on those two dudes, your A and your D string. So I'm going to throw some notes in there, and I'm going to basically work down. And maybe think of something like that. Right? And maybe no particular order, but obviously the chords I'm hitting. And I could go. Maybe we'll do that, right? And that in itself is really tricky when you kick that up. Because you're really focusing on that accented strum, but you know, you want to break it up and you want to throw some of those hammered notes in there. Now this is in the key of E minor, and you know, we've got some scale shapes that we're outlining, but those are all going to work when we resolve to that basic A power chord there. So in context here, we've taken this heavier rhythm, which is great to practice, right? And we want to put this on power chords on the 5th string and work it in with some different notes and be inspired by the riff that way. And that's a cool way to practice. Sometimes it's not learning the material, but how to practice the material. And how to practice it so far is focusing on the low strings and building up the stamina. And then now we're taking the same chord and focusing on the high strings. So let's keep it, you know, keep it schooled a little bit. that's a great way to practice your doing different muscles with your right hand. Standing up and sitting, you know, this style of music is totally abusive on the body, especially trying to play it. So the last little bit here is we're going to focus on these notes. Now we're going to tremolo pick those the best way we can. So that'll learn you, right? That'll give you something to work on. Everybody, these Inspired By lessons are meant to do just that. I hope we accomplished it because I got to tell you, right hand, I'm going to stretch them out a little bit, you know, so we can get back in and play it out. Go to the website, nextlevelguitar.com. All kinds of good information, all the hits and more, and I will see you there. Thank you so Let's dive right on in.